Today's openings begin with Flirting with Goth Dark Ale from Bookstore Brewing in Winnipeg. They describe it as being roasty with hints of spice and malt sweetness and a light bitter finish. And this too has won a Canadian Brewing Award. Oh, that is very nice. So, the first thing in, as usual, doesn't say what's on the outside of it. Not quite sure how they get away with that for customs, but whatever. It is, it looks like an LED string. This one comes with a couple of 3-pin connectors, which tells me that it is almost certainly an addressable LED string. And this is the type that's got the little surface mount LEDs enclosed in a blob of resin and then just enameled wire joining it up. So in dimmed lighting, it just shows up as points of light that are spread along with pretty much nothing visible connecting the lights together. And it looks like there's about 10 or 11 centimeters between each of the LEDs. I'm going to guess, based on my historical buying pattern, that that's probably a 5-meter chunk of them. Might as well hook them up to a controller and just see what they look like. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much what you expected it to be. Let me see if I can find a different mode in here. Here we go. Multicolored LEDs, exactly what you would expect them to be. 5 volts SK6812 LED string Christmas lights, bedroom WS2812 RGB. Which are they? LED light, Bluetooth? No, they're not. Full color addressable? Yes, they are. 2 or 5 or 10 meters. I got the 10-meter one. Currently going for $10.28 and $1.71 shipping. I'm going to have to say this pretty much every time. It was a lot less than that when I bought it. Click around, follow the link, look at the related ones down below, see what you can find for a better deal. Not much else to say about them. 5-volt string, 0.1 watt per LED. There are 10 per meter. Yeah, that's pretty much what we measured. Available in multiple lengths. I got the 10 meter, and down here they also say that it's the SK6812, which are directly compatible with the WS2812, so I don't think that's a big deal, but that can be another search term you're looking for. More than 50,000 hours of lifetime. Yeah, it's an LED. As long as you don't overdrive it or abuse it, it should be just fine. IP65 waterproof, they suggest. Well, with the LEDs being in a blob of epoxy, probably, though the connector at the end is not IP rated at all, not even a little bit. So what does that mean for this rating, really? Okay, next in is this 3-pack of things. They were in a larger package, and when I opened it off camera, they had my address on the inside, so I'm just reshooting from this point on now that I've obliterated my address. I don't know if these are all the same or if they're all different. We shall see. This first one is M8 by 10 by 10 heat set inserts. Okay. I think since they were all packed together, I'll probably open them all and then we'll go taking a look and see what they all are afterwards. More heat set inserts. These are M5 by 7 millimeters by 7.5 millimeters. And the third one is, that is something completely different. Okay. Well, let's look at these inserts for now, and then we'll take a look at that after. Deal? Sure. M8, M10 brass heat set insert, nut, thermometric threaded inserts, etc., etc. Currently, the ones that I got, 20 pieces of M8 10 by 10, so 10 millimeters on the outside this way and 10 millimeters long, are going for $10. And yeah, there is the measurements. Length and outside diameter is the 10 by 10, and the inside is M8. Similarly, the other ones came from this listing. I don't need to read that whole thing out again. M5, 7 millimeter outer diameter and 7 millimeter length. And they don't have any other description down here other than all the other things that they sell. This is an interesting thing I normally just use an old abused soldering iron tip to push them in, but you can get special soldering iron tips that thread into them and work apparently better. I don't know. And you have to get one for each different size that you're using. I don't know that I'm going to do that, but it's something to look out for if you use an awful lot of these. All right, so what are these other things that we got here? They are wires of some kind. Oh, those are the connector that is typically used on the addressable LED strings. So I got a package of male connectors, 3-pin. Oh, they call them female. Okay. Are they both in there? No, that package is all the same. So what's in... the other package is the other side of them. Okay. So yeah, and those just go together like that. There's a little notch that latches underneath there and also keys it so they only go together one way. I think that'll come in handy the more that I mess around with addressable LED strings, which, if you've been watching for a while, I do like them and I do play with them quite a bit. So doing this is probably going to be more convenient than cutting the ends off and just soldering them straight onto things. I think so anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6-pin LED strip JST SM connector, male or female adapter plug JST connector terminal with 15 centimeter 22 gauge wire for light strips. I got 10 pieces each of the male and female. They're going for about $4.30-ish each right now, each pack of 10. But of course you can get that same form factor in different pin counts. It's another seller that doesn't have any other information other than the specs itself. JST is the manufacturer, not the manufacturer of this particular connector, but the one who created this style. And SM is the style that you're searching for, and then just the pin count. All right, next thing in has 2 more packages inside it. Hang on. Okay, yeah, they don't have my address on them. So let's see what we got here. It's more heat set inserts. And I'm going to guess that that is what's in the other one too. Yeah, it says right there. Could be any size. They are these the same or not? We have 50 pieces of 4x6 by M4 and 30 pieces of 6x6 millimeter by M4. And again, those dimensions are the length and width outside and then the screw thread in the middle. So looks like I've got a bunch of different sizes in stock now. As usual, this is kind of consumable that you just want to stock up on if you're doing 3D printing and if you're assembling cases or things with lids that you want to screw on and off. It's nice to have a bunch of different sizes available in stock. And just quickly looking at this because it's nothing new. M4 with a 6mm OD, 4 millimeters long, 50 pieces, going for $4.39 right now. And the 6mm long ones in a 30-piece bag going for $4.43 right now. Right, onward. The next thing, again, anonymous on the outside of the package. It is, that looks like heat shrink. It looks like transparent heat shrink. Another consumable that I use quite frequently. Oh, and this is a bunch of different sizes of it. Okay. This looks like 5 or 6 different diameters. That is really handy. And just stretching it out, it looks like they're about 1 meter long each. So that should do me for a good long time. I like to keep, again, this mailbag seems to be largely just restocking of consumables, but all of these are just bread and butter parts that you probably want to have on hand if you do the type of projects that use these things. And if you do wiring projects, odds are heat shrink is one of the things that will come in handy. 10 meter set, heat shrink tubing 2-to-1, transparent tubing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16 millimeter. So this is not the high ratio stuff. This stuff just shrinks 2 to 1, which is the standard stuff. You can get more expensive stuff that shrinks 3 or 4 to 1, but it's more rare and you don't usually need that. 2 to 1, like I said, is the standard stuff, and that's the most common, easy to find. So there's more sizes than I thought. 10 different sizes and a meter of each. Cool. And the last and largest thing in. What do we have here? Oh, what are these? These are surface mount chip adapters for going into a dip socket. Okay. That one looks like, oh, does it say there? That one is for 16 pin. And that one is for 20 pin. Okay. Oh, I could have read just on the side of the circuit board. Duh. And what is the main event in this box? Oh, and oh. This wasn't supposed to be a mailbag item. This is a review item that Banggood sent me. Okay. We will look at it in a different video, but what this claims to be or supposed to be is, as it says, an IC tester. You plug in one of the ICs that it knows about, and it runs tests and stuff on it and demonstrates whether it's a good one or not. So it charges with USB-C, and it came with some charge on it. Okay. IC tester T100. It looks like it does op amps, transistors, diodes, other types of chips, OCEP, not familiar, 45LS and 145LS, HEF, CD4000 series, 74LS, 74HC. Okay, you just have to search for them, I guess. I'm going to have to tinker around with this a little bit and then, well, do the demonstration/review video that Banggood expects of me, I guess. Stay tuned for that in the coming weeks. Digital IC tester, multifunctional transistor tester, diode LED triode detector with built-in battery, wide compatibility, high productivity, easy operation, auto shutdown. Covers most common 24-pin general purpose devices. Okay. As I said, I don't know a lot about this device yet, other than that it turns on and it came pre-charged. Supports 24-pin universal devices. Okay. There doesn't appear to be a manual link from the sale page. I'm going to have to contact my contact at Banggood and see if I can get one. Otherwise, we'll just have to figure it out the hard way. And there is the contents of today's Mailbag Monday. Quite a haul. Got a whole bunch of heatset inserts in 4 different sizes. Well, I guess 3 different thread pitches, but 4 different sizes overall. Those are just shop stock, as is the 10-pack of different sizes of heat shrink. Then I got these connectors, the male and female 3-pin connectors that are the connector that is on the addressable LEDs. And oh look, there's one there. And I got these addressable LEDs, 20 meters of the thin wire ones, little blob bead things. Those are nice looking ones. They are quite subtle when you're putting them into a project or into a decorative application. That is a nice thing to have. I like those. And then there is this IC tester T100 that Banggood sent for review, which I will have to do in the near future. I don't know if you guys have played with these in the past. Let me know what you think of them. But it looks like it can test a wide variety of chips, and yeah, I look forward to playing with that in the near future. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, I do appreciate that. Thanks to Banggood for sending that in. Thanks to the YouTube channel members and the Patreon supporters for helping keep the mailbags rolling in and helping keep my beer fridge full. Questions and comments down below. I will talk to you later.